Good evening, everyone. I hope all of you are doing exceptionally well. And I take this moment, this privilege to welcome all of you to a live episode on how to become a great TEDx speaker. Now, before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, let me quickly introduce you to this vertical. As you all know, that PlanetSpark TV Live is an initiative wherein we try empowering you with some amazing content on different topics under personal development. Well, basically, the aim is to introduce you to the careers of tomorrow. We know the world we live in today is incredible in terms of opportunities, the venues, and the career options we have before us, right? And through these episodes that we actually present to you on Planet Spark TV Live, be it storytelling, story writing, debating, public speaking, TEDx, blogging, we try introducing you to different career avenues. And the aim eventually is to serve you with the best of content, the best of guidance, and the best of action plans. I take this opportunity, my dear participants, to welcome all of you on board and thank you profusely for your support, for your unflinching love, and for your proactive participation. So, thank you so much for joining in. And in the last 30 episodes, my dear participants, you know that we've discussed so much about the TED world. You know that TED happens to be the greatest platform for public speakers, for pioneers, for change agents, for inventors, and basically for anyone who has an idea worth spreading. And in this vertical, we try to empower you with all the information, knowledge that you need about the TED world. Now, the aim of TED Talks is to basically educate, inspire, and eventually spread knowledge. The word TED, as you all know, stands for technology, entertainment, and design. And even though we see that the connotation is quite limited, the talk can be delivered on absolutely any topic under the sun. So, no matter what topic you're interested in, what you're passionate about, what you're fervently interested in, you can talk about it at a TED event. Now, there might be a question that you would ask, what's the difference between TED and TEDx? So TED basically is the global platform, the global stage wherein we have international experts, celebrities, and public figures coming and talking about the topics they're interested in, they're passionate about, and they're experts in. On the other hand, TEDx basically is a replica of TED, but it's a local community event. It's organized at various places. They organize it, for the local audience. The audience is relatively small, and the speakers are generally experts in their fields, but probably not of international, but not having an international acclaim. So that's the difference between a TED and a TEDx platform. And preparing you for your TED speaking, for your TEDx opportunity is what we're doing here. Now, to make the things very practical for you, my dear participants, we tried to actually present to you theme based content. So instead of talking to you just about the do's and the don'ts, the pros and the cons, we tried to begin with this vertical by encouraging you to work on your content to begin with, because we know content is the crown. So we teach you how to write your talk, your TEDx talk, using a standard format. And the standard format is actually a well researched structure that we've come up with. And you can actually speak on absolutely any topic under the sun using the format that we share with you in these episodes. We've come up with three fundamentals of a TED talk. Though it sounds very short and crisp, the three fundamentals can actually be mapped out and they can be branched out, and we have innumerable points that we can cover in these various fundamentals. Apart from this, my dear participants, the second thing I've been doing is I've been exploring different themes for you. Different themes like climate change, Olympics, body language, self confidence, pros and cons of social media, power of positivity, power of humanity, stress and de stress. Right now, we are dealing with yet another exciting topic that is. I'm going to be revealing that in a few minutes. So please do stay with me. So, we have a lot of topics exploring, and honestly, the motto is to let you know how a TEDx talk can be delivered vividly on absolutely any topic. Apart from this, my dear participants, I give you a video recommendation at the end. A video recommendation which can actually help you clear the confusion. Now, if I give you a topic and if you hunt for a TEDx talk on the particular topic, you'll probably have a plethora of options and it could be confusing at times. And that's the reason I try to give you a suggestion at the end of the episode to help you watch it and probably strengthen your ideas on the topic that we're discussing. So, this is what the episodes look like. And apart from this, my dear participants, I would like you to know once again that TED or TEDx is the greatest platform we have for public speakers. And if you have a habit of watching TED Talks, if you don't, please try inculcating in at least a talk once in 2 days. And these talks can be highly encouraging. There are various benefits that attached to a TEDx talk. Things like number one, they inspire you, they motivate you. Number two, they actually strengthen your knowledge on a given topic. Number three, they help you expand your horizons, your skill sets. Number four, they encourage conversations. And more importantly, number five, they help you have a deeper understanding of the world. So these are some incredible benefits that come along with TED. Now, why is it that TED World has become so prominent? Why is it so popular? There are three reasons why the TED Talks have become so popular these days. Number one, they're online, available to anyone, everyone, absolutely anywhere, right? So anybody can access these TED Talks online on YouTube, TEDx Talks as well. And even though the TEDx Talks happen to be local events, TEDx, the talks have been, some talks have actually garnered millions of views. So you cannot underestimate the power of TEDx Talks as well. So then one of the reasons why it's very popular is because it's available anytime, anywhere to anyone. Number two, it's absolutely free of cost, right? So if you attend TEDx event probably in your town, you'll have to pay some amount to register yourself for the event. But if you're actually watching the same talk online, it's absolutely free of cost. So the second reason is it's freely available. The third reason, my dear participants, why TED Talks have become so common and prominent these days is because they're highly encouraging and informative. They are inspiring, but the inspiration is not hollow inspiration. We know it's highly informative because they empower your skill set, your knowledge bank, and more importantly, they expand your horizons, right? Your mental horizons and your cognitive abilities at the same time. So that's the reason why the TED Talks have become highly popular in not just India, but across the world. All right, so with that information, my dear participants, I welcome all of you once again to my episode on how to deliver a great TEDx talk and eventually dazzle your audience with your oratory skills. Please feel free to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, my dear participants. Right now, we are live on Facebook as well as YouTube. Please be proactive. If I'm asking a question, feel free to drop your comments and I'll be happy to receive them and reply to them. What do we have in store for us today? So, as you see on the screen, I'm going to start off with an icebreaker, move on to the fundamentals of a TED Talk. I'm going to have the three essentials, essential one, two, three. We'll have some games like fastest fingers, who said this. I'm going to ask you some questions at the end called Think Smart. I'm going to give you a summary as well, my dear participants, and three bonuses for you. Some words to add to your vocabulary, some expert tips here and there, and a video recommendation to conclude my session with. Now, icebreakers. Time for us to break the ice and get to know each other better. Number one, my first question is, what are you most focused to determine? When are you most focused or determined? I would say for me, I am the most focused in the early hours of the morning. So I happen to have a very systematic morning routine, and I do spend time working at my health set, heart set, soul set, and mindset through various activities. So for me, I think the morning hours are the most productive hours of my day, and that's when I'm very focused and determined. What about you? Please share your comments with me in the chat box, my dear participants. When are you most focused or determined? All right, so I have some kids with me who say, after coming back from school. All right, okay. Some of the participants say immediately after my play session. Okay, absolutely. When you play and when you exercise your body, you're releasing happy hormones called endorphins, and that's when you feel focused, happy, and determined. So true. Moving on, my next question to you is, what is determination according to you? So, according to me, I would say determination is this never say die spirit. It's the fire in the belly that you have while you do something, and it's very, very task related, task specific. So, that's determination according to me. How will you define determination, my dear participants? Let's see what you've got to say. Anyone? Please write your comments in the comment section. How will you define the word determination? Okay, a couple of participants say stubbornness. Well, that does make sense. Absolutely, how stubborn you are. Some of them. Okay, one of you says madness about something. So true. When you're mad about something, unbridled passion for something, that's something sensible. So true. Next question is recommend a movie or web series where you think determination is expressed. For me, I think all these sports related movies and biopics, especially Milkha Singh's biopic. We also have Chak De India. All these sports related movies that actually show determination can be your greatest trait, your greatest feature or hallmark in your success journey. So, on that note, let's talk about the fundamentals of a TED Talk, ladies and gentlemen. There are three fundamentals of a TED Talk. All right. Number one is a strong opening. Number two is a big purpose. And number three is a personal touch. What do we mean by these three fundamentals? Let's discuss them one by one in detail. The first one, ladies and gentlemen, a strong opening is all about ensuring that you begin your talk on a powerful, practical, and strong note. How do you do that? In yesterday's episode, if you remember, I walked you through various, formats of a good opening. I walked you through a good number one, an opening minute, the introduction, the facts. So we talked about how your opening should actually begin, how your talk should actually begin with either a quote or any kind of an attention grabber. Then you move on to a positive line or a catchy line on the given topic, and then you move on to raising relevant questions. After you're done with this, you move on to your introductory paragraph. You try introducing the topic in 4 or 5 lines, and after you're done with the introduction, you move on to facts, some fascinating or fun facts or interesting facts on the topic given to you. So, strong opening is something you always begin with. Next one, ladies and gentlemen, is a big purpose. A big purpose is incorporating the importance of the topic in your talk. The third one is a personal touch, which is all about ensuring that you have some personal experiences or personal anecdotes to share. That's something that we've discussed earlier, ladies and gentlemen. And now, today, I will be talking to you about the fresh episode that we've introduced to you yesterday. The topic, is the power of determination. In today's episode, we'll be discussing about determination in the light of the second fundamental, that is a big purpose. Now, before we embark upon today's agenda, let's talk about what exactly is determination, or rather, how will you define the power of determination? So, I have a few lines here to share with you that highlight the power of the determination as an attribute, as a human virtue. Let's cast a glance at it. Determination is an important quality you must possess in achieving your goals. It is when you have a strong determination towards your goals, that's when you will be willing to push towards your goals no matter what challenges you face, whether internally or externally. Determination is basically firmness of purpose and resoluteness. Specifically, being determined means having a firm decision or goal and not wavering in your pursuit of achieving it. An athlete might have a goal to finish a marathon, no matter how long it takes or how hard they have to work, right? So this is the basic definition of determination I would like to share with you. But you can always add your own opinions, your views, your vistas on the topic, because we know topic like determination is very subjective in nature, and all of us, I'm sure, have an incredibly powerful opinion on the topic given. All right, now what is in store for us today? In today's session, in today's live episode, ladies and gentlemen, we will be discussing about the second fundamental, that is a big purpose. Okay, let's get started. Now, why do we need a big purpose in our talks? Of course, we have a solid intro, but why do we need a big purpose? Let's talk about the reasons. Two reasons why you need to have a big purpose. The first one, my dear participants, is that when you have a big purpose, when you talk about the importance of the topic, you are basically emphasizing why the topic is important. All right, you emphasize on why the topic is important, plus you emphasize on why you have to give attention to it, why the topic needs everybody's attention. All right, so two things here. When you're talking about the importance of the topic given, you talk about why this topic is important. Number two, you let the audience know why they need to pay attention to it. Not just that, ladies and gentlemen, what you also do is that you bring immediate attention on the relevance of the topic. And it's an engagement tool as well. So when you're actually trying to, when you're communicating with your audience, please remember the point I've just shared with you, that you bring immediate attention on the relevance of the topic. Sometimes the topic could be vague, sometimes the audience may not believe in you, but if you actually talk about the importance of the topic, please remember your audience will pay immediate attention to the topic. You make it relevant for them, you make it more significant for them, and it's an engagement tool at the same time. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, let's also talk about the essentials of a big purpose. Now we know that every fundamental has three essentials, three components, three aspects, three parts, three elements. Right now, we'll talk about the big purpose in our talk, and what are the three things that you need to incorporate in your talk. One, two, and three. Number one is emphasize on the importance of the topic. Number one, please make sure that you know exactly how to highlight the importance of your topic. Number two, break down the topic. How do you break it down? I'm going to teach you exactly that in today's episode. And number three, bring it all together by the end. Summarizing. In today's episode, my dear participants, I will be walking you through these three elements one by one. Come on, let's do it. The first element, the first essential is the importance of the topic. How do you ensure that you have actually talked about the importance of a particular topic? Let's discuss this in detail. Number one, how do you do it? Okay, if the topic is the power of determination, how can you talk about the power of determination in your talk? How can you talk about the importance of the topic? Let me quickly give you an example here. What you see on the screen right now. So as you see, that determination means firmness of purpose or intention. It is the strength of your will and focus to remain steadfast in your efforts while doing or accomplishing something. It also means having the ability to stay on course, to remain focused on your goal, and to stand up to the problems and obstacles with conviction. It could also mean to stay fixed and firm about your decisions, solutions, and intentions, and apply the power of your will to your dreams and desires with resolve, grit, fortitude, faith, and courage. So at the end, I have all synonyms for you for determination: resolve, grit, fortitude, faith, and courage. So, this is what we do while highlighting the significance of any topic. For determination, here I have an example for you, a solid, robust example on the significance of determination. Moving on, we can continue saying that if there is one gift that you can give to yourself in your life, to be what you want to be, it is the power of determination. Without it, you are a mere passive spectator in the drama of your life. If there is one quality that makes a difference between a winner and a loser, or a leader and a follower, it is the power of determination. You see how holistic this description looks. And I'm sure adding this to your speech will only add brownie points to your speech. Let me give you one more example. You could also say that without determination, you may dream wild dreams, but you will not accomplish much in life. If you have determination, nothing can stop you and deter you from following your course of action to achieve or your goals or realize your dreams. So in the last three slides, I've actually shown you how you can highlight the importance of a particular topic using simple sentences. All you've got to do is put on your thinking cap, share your opinions on the given topic, and maybe make the topic more relevant for your audience. Now, before we proceed, boys and girls, let me also give you an expert tip. And the expert tip here is obstacles may arise in your life and they will definitely obstruct your progress. They may delay your success, they may disturb you temporarily, and they may even mislead you. But they cannot withstand the power of determination. Please remember your determination can crush absolutely any obstacle that pops up on your path. It is the power that you basically generate within yourself to remain committed to your path and conviction and march towards achieving your cherished goals. So, this could also be a part of your significance, by the way, that is your big purpose. So, that was an expert tip for you. Now, I am so glad to share with you a word that you can easily add to your vocabulary, boys and girls, and the word is obstacle. Some of you know it, some of you who didn't, please listen to it carefully. Obstacle basically is a noun which means a thing that blocks one's path, one's progress, or prevents or hinders one's progress. That's the meaning of obstacle. Let me also give you one sentence to help you understand the usage of it. The major obstacle to achieving that goal is money. So, obstacle is basically a hurdle or a hindrance you face. Now we move on to the next game, ladies and gentlemen. Who said this? I'm going to ask you some, I'm going to share some quotes with you. I want you to listen to the quotes carefully, watch them carefully, and probably try suggesting who said them. Okay? Come on, let's do it. The first quote, here we go. Anything can happen if you're willing to put in the work and remain open to the possibility. Dreams are realized by effort, determination, passion, and staying connected to that sense of who you are. Now, that's a very powerful quote that you see on the screen. It's a quote said by Michael Jordan. Now, in the first few minutes, we discussed that generally determination and sports go hand in hand, and that's the reason you can always quote you know, lines from famous sports stars, superstars who've actually shown incredible audacity, resilience, and bounce back ability in their careers, and quoting them can actually add a lot of credibility to your content. So, this is the quote by Michael Jordan. The next quote, here we go. You aspire to great things, begin with the little ones. Wow, potent, witty, and powerful. You aspire to great things, begin with the little ones. Here is the quote by Saint Augustine. Saint Augustine actually said this: you aspire to achieve great things in life, make sure you do small things really well. All right, the next quote. Here we go. Only a man who knows what it is like to be defeated can reach down to the bottom of his soul and come up with the extra ounce of power it takes to win when the match is even. Probably again something sports related, and you may put on your thinking caps and probably share with me who said this. Only a man who knows what it is like to be defeated can reach down to the bottom of his soul and come up with extra ounce of power it takes to win when the match is even. And this is yet another powerful quote by Muhammad Ali. Right, so we know Muhammad Ali, the man of the battle, the king of the battlefield, and he's someone who's actually made a lot of affirmations popular. He was someone who's known for his affirmation that I am the best, right? And Muhammad Ali is somebody who's always embodied incredible determination and audacity in his domain, in his craft. All right, ladies and gentlemen, time for us to move on to the second element. The first element we discussed was about the importance of the topic. Here we move on to the second element, that is breaking down the topic. How do you break down the topic? I have two ideas here for you. You can break down the topic into number one, importance of determination, number two, power of determination. Breaking down basically means dividing your body into different segments. Let's talk about the importance of determination to begin with. Saying something like, winners never quit and quitters never win. This axiom may seem tried, but just because it's been used a lot doesn't mean it's not true. Whether you call it determination, grit, or old fashioned hard work, the will to keep going is the vital component of success. From earning a degree to succeeding in your career to remaining determined is important, right? So, you're trying to highlight the significance of determination from different perspectives. You may continue saying that. Determination basically is important because it enables us to persist in the face of difficulties. It makes us march fearlessly with faith until we achieve our goal. However, in order for us to succeed in life, we must set definite goals for ourselves, work hard to put in the necessary effort at the same time. Right? So, this is what you do, my dear participants. That's how you highlight the importance of the topic. You can continue now to the second element. The first dimension was importance. The second dimension is power of determination. How do you do it? Let's take a look at the example. The example here says determination is a strength and valuable resource in itself. If you have it, you aim for the stars. You're successful or unsuccessful to the extent you're determined and committed to your goals. With determination, we can accomplish many goals in life. We can continue highlighting the power of determination with these lines: with faith in God and confidence in yourself, and with strong determination, you can achieve the impossible, realize the most difficult dreams, and achieve excellence and incredible success in your life. Not just that, my dear participants, just remember that with determination, you can crush the mountains of fear and doubts in you. You can find your way through the most difficult situations. Determination does not really mean you'll be insensitive to the reality of the situation. In fact, it's determination that you become more sensitive. A determined person is the one who's an adaptable and flexible person. He's not interested in being tough for toughness sake, but to overcome obstacles and reach his goals. And hence, he remains open minded about possibilities and opportunities, but firm in his commitment and convictions. Discipline and determination basically go hand in hand. If you have them, you become unstoppable. Wow. Now, that is something that you can actually talk about and make your content absolutely consummate, wholesome, powerful, and it also has a lot of call to actions. You're encouraging your audience to think about the topic in a certain way. And so, that's the reason why TED speakers are called thought leaders, because you know how to direct thoughts of your actions, thoughts of the audience. And this is one such example. Moving on, my dear participants, I would like to give you another word that you have to add to your vocabulary today. And the word is resolve. It's again a noun. It means to settle or find a solution to a problem or a contentious matter. So, resolve is another word for you. And here's a sentence to help you understand this word. The sentence is: the firm aims to resolve problems within 30 days. So here we've used this as a noun, but resolve is also used instead of commitment as a synonym for commitment as a noun. Now let's do some fastest fingers. Yes or no version. I'm going to ask you some questions. All you've got to say is yes or no. All right. Studying daily can also be considered as determination. What do you think? Absolutely. Studying is a form of determination, and it can also be a great activity to enhance your concentration levels. We all know it. Number two is: without determination, can you achieve success? Well, irrefutably, the answer is a big no, no. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the third element now. That is bringing it all together. The first element we've dealt with was importance of the topic. The second element was breaking it down to two different dimensions. The third one is bringing it all together. That means summarizing your points. How do you do it? A simple summary could be something like this. So, in today's episode, we discussed the importance and strengths of determination and learned why determination is important for success. Determination not only carves ways for us, but also defines our character and moral behavior. Right, that's how you can do it, my dear participants. One of the best ways of actually talking about summary is doing something like this: presenting a short summary at the end, wherein you just present an overview of what you've talked about. Let me ask you a few questions. Which of the following movie best defined determination? Mary Com, Stuart Little, Wake Up Sid. What do you think? Well, I'm sure all of you will give a thumbs up that it's Mary Com that shows, that actually exemplifies the power of determination. Let me ask one more question to you. Which of the following is not needed in being determined? Stubbornness, procrastination, hard work. Well, we know procrastination is the thief of time, and that's the reason why procrastination is the correct answer here. It's not needed for you to be determined. Now, let me give you a video recommendation, ladies and gentlemen. I know that you can find tons of videos on YouTube on the topic determination, and that's the reason to simplify things for you. I have a quick suggestion. You can watch this video, titled "The Mindset Determines Your Tomorrow." Your mindset determines your tomorrow. The description is given right here in the description box. The link here. Please do check it out. And right now, boys and girls, in today's episode, we talked about the second fundamental of a TEDx talk in the light of the topic determination. We discussed the three essentials today. emphasizing on the topic, breaking it down, and bringing it all together. I request all of you, my dear participants, to watch movies based on determination. Write down your experiences while watching them and share them either with your siblings, your parents, your friends, or your teachers. Now, in tomorrow's episode, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to be discussing with you about the third fundamental, that is a personal touch, and we will be continuing with the same topic, that is the power of determination. On that note, I thank all of you, boys and girls, for joining me and for making this workshop, for making this particular session a roaring success. Thanks a lot for joining me. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.